Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be using the new Prism eyeshadow palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I already got the honor to play with this when I was in LA last week to film videos with them, but I personally really like this palette. But this was the first time playing with it at home. So the first thing I did was apply some shadow shields underneath my eye. This will prevent any fallout to fall on my skin and it will give me a very sharp line. And for my eyes, I use the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot, but if you find that one too dry, I will recommend the SMASHBOX Lip Primer, which is also really nice. And the first shade I'm going in with is this yellow greenish lime shade. I'm not really sure, is it like green or yellow? Or is it just a in-between? I don't know, but I'm going to blend this all over in my crease using a blending brush from the brand Makeup Addiction. And I'm just going back and forth with my brush and I'm just blending this all over the place. In total, I went in with my brush 4 times to get the most pigmentation that I wanted, because I really wanted this color to show up in my crease. Now for the next shade, I'm going in with the shade Saturn. And to apply this, I'm going in with this pencil brush. And I'm going to create a line in my crease. And I'm just going to softly blend my brush back and forth. And I'm going to create a sort of cut crease line.
I come and go like a rah. They don't want the two be going nah. I'm coming back with the money in the bag. The rubies in my lap, yeah, I'm running for the cash. I come and go like a round. Putting in the work like I'm way behind. Still trapping on the low, lurking in the mold like I'm running from the pole. Yeah. Remember when we did it for life? Was noticing all these frames got me trimming a knife. Always on some new thing like riding the bike. Let's do things in one setting, but I don't feel like selling for the time being. When I was young, I used to dream about the palm trees. After the summer achievements, I got a long sleeve. Supposedly, think about it. In reality, you running out of options. Starting to see the coffin with the Bible preach. I'm way ahead on a private beach. My hair bleached on the cover of a magazine.
Now that I'm done with applying that peachy shade, I'm going back and forth with my blending brush and I'm just going to blend around the edges to make sure that there are no harsh lines. So now for my next shade, I'm going in with this black shade, which is called Obsidian. Obsidian, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. A lot of words are really hard to pronounce in this palette, so I think I'll just keep with like showing what shade I use. But yeah, I'm using a super tiny brush, which is by Morphe, and I'm going to create a harsher line at the same place where I also used the peachy shade. But now I really want like a obvious cut crease line. And I'm applying it and also softly blending my brush back and forth. And with this, I would just recommend to take your time. Don't go in with too much black eyeshadow at once. Just build it up by time. Because when you go straight in with too much black eyeshadow, it can be really hard to blend it out. So I just prefer to apply a little amount on my brush. And now at my outer V area, I'm going to blend that black eyeshadow a little bit more upwards to get a more blended, faded out effect.
On the coca bean, doing all the things you can't imagine what it might be. All these women trying to write me. I get the message now, I know they wanna wife me. And not to mention all the bruises, I just went through all the heat. I broke through all the edges like a right cheek. Yeah, I come and go like a round. They don't want the two be going nah. I'm coming back.
Now I'm going in with the shade Parallel, and I'm going to use this shade to blend out that black eyeshadow, because as you can see, it's really harsh. And in order to make that black look less harsh, you need to go in with a dark shade as well to kind of smudge it out. And for this, I'm using the Dose of Colors pencil brush, and I'm just going straight on top of that black eyeshadow and I'm blending it softly a little bit more upwards towards the other shades that I have already blended in my crease. Then to blend it out even more, I'm going to use the shade Eden. You can also use the shade Saturn, but I just wanted to use this shade as well. So I'm just going to blend this around the edges using a Morphe M506 brush. One of my favorite brushes. It's a super tiny blending brush and it's just really easy to use. Especially if you're into cut creases, this is definitely a must-have. Then I'm done with applying shades in my crease. I'm going to use the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in the shade NC15. and I'm going to apply concealer all over my eyelid and straight underneath the cut crease line that I made to make it look extra sharp.
The rubies in my lab, yeah, I'm running with the cash. I'm coming gold like a round. Putting in the work like I'm way behind. Still trapping on the low, lurking in the mold like I'm running from the pole. Yeah, I cooked it up cause I'm a hero in my own town. Whoa, we just running on our own now. Whoa, all these digits on my phone now. Working through the late night, that's just how it goes down. Oh wow, put in work, I guess.
Now I'm going back in with that yellow-green shade and I'm going to apply a bit more of that in my crease because I blended a lot of different shades in my crease that the yellow undertone of this color didn't really show anymore, so I just wanted to apply a bit more. Then on my eyelid I'm starting with the shade Lucid and I'm going to use a wet brush. The brush that I'm using is a MAC 242 and I'm going to softly press this in my outer V. And I had to go back in a few times because it has a certain texture which I also feel like Anastasia the Nona palettes have. And I'm not really sure how to apply these eyeshadows. They have like a lot of glitter, but I just applied a lot of layers until it showed up. And I'm going to use this golden shade and I'm going to use this on a wet brush as well. And I use the MAC Fix Plus Spray. So this eyeshadow is not like the white I applied in my inner corner. There are only two shades that have that texture and those are the two at the beginning of the palette. If you have any suggestions on how you can apply a shade like that, I assume it's like a sort of pressed glitter. Maybe I should have used my finger, I don't know, but any tips are welcome. Now for my next shade I'm going in with the Eternal eyeshadow and I'm going to apply this in the middle part of my eyelid, and I think this shade is so freaking gorgeous. It's like a bronzy shade with a sort of peachy amber undertone. I think it's so gorgeous and I had to use this for this video because it's too pretty to not use. And then I'm going in with this black eyeshadow and I'm going to use this for the outer V, and I'm just applying this on the place where I haven't placed product yet. And I'm using my Morphe M506 brush again, and I'm just going to softly press the eyeshadow and blend this towards the shades I used on my eyelid. So that peachy bronzy eyeshadow shade that I have applied on my eyelid is going to melt together with the black eyeshadow. And you don't have to be afraid to mix you don't have to be afraid to blend matte shades towards shimmery shades. It will work just as fine. Then I'm going in with the waterproof cream color by Anastasia, using it in the shade Jet. And I'm also using their eyeliner brush in the number 3, and I'm going to apply a tiny line above my lash line. Like I say in all my videos, first I start with a gel eyeliner and then I'm going in with a liquid liner on top of it, just because I feel like it makes it so much more black and it just looks better. And the one that I'm using is the BALM Swing liquid liner, and I'm using this on top of the places where I have already placed my eyeliner. And the BALM Swing liquid liner is definitely my current favorite. I think I've used it in all my previous videos, just because it's super black and it has a really nice applicator, which makes it so easy to use eyeliner. And then it's time to remove my shadow shield, and you can see it leaves me with a super sharp line. It's really nice, that was what I was going for. And then I use that same gel eyeliner in my waterline, and then I'm going to use that black eyeshadow again, and I'm going to softly press this underneath my waterline, just to make it extra smoky and black. And also I always apply it a little bit on top of my waterline, but if you wear contacts, be careful. Then I'm going to use the yellow vibrant shade again, and I'm going to softly apply a bit of this underneath my lower lash line, and only like at the beginning part. Then next to that I'm going in with the shade Eden, and I'm going to apply a tiny amount of that in the middle part underneath my lower lash line, blending it a bit towards that yellow eyeshadow so it blends together. And then at my outer V I'm going in with the shade Saturn, and I'm just basically applying this at the outer end underneath the lower lash line, first pressing it so most of the color showed, and then I'm going to blend it out. So I had a little bit fallout, so I'm just going to sweep that away. And then for in my inner corner I'm going to use that Lucid eyeshadow, which I have also used for the beginning part of my eyelid, but I just wanted that extra little pop in my inner corner. And for my mascara I use this MAXFACTOR mascara, and for my lashes I use my own ANNYTUDE Sultry lashes, and for those who wonder I use the House of Lashes lash glue. And yeah, then this is already the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I'm really happy with the outcome. It's super dramatic, but I just really like that. Let me know in the comments if you want to see more videos using this palette. I can do like a more wearable look if you want. And don't forget to give this a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. It will be really sweet. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye guys!
Ooh, why always me?